Hey moms and dads, welcome to our channel Just Mom Dad Things. I'm Akshita, a parenting content creator and a mom to a 20-month-old beautiful daughter. If you're new here, hi. This is a judgment free and a safe space where we share our parenting learnings, our unlearnings, our lessons, and everything else in between. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about baby sleep. The one thing that can make or break your day or even your sanity is how well your baby slept in the night. So, without a further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to be talking about the 5 most common mistakes that parents make when it comes to baby sleep, and I'm going to tell you what to try instead. So, mistake number 1 is waiting too long to start a bedtime routine. I get it. You're tired. Your baby is tiny. And you must be thinking that my child is not going to really understand the whole point of a routine. But you need to know that babies, even if they're a couple of weeks old, the one thing that they love the most is predictability. Here's what you can do. So, your night routine doesn't have to be very fancy. It can be something as simple as dimming the lights, a warm sponge bath, and maybe singing some lullabies and then feeding them. Now, the key to a good bedtime routine is doing it consistently because this sends signals to their brains that, okay, now it's time to wind down, now it's time to go to sleep. Mistake number 2 would be keeping your baby awake for too long. This is something that I learned the hard way. So, you think that keeping your baby awake for longer is going to make them tired and they will crash soon. No, that does not happen. It's just a myth. Overtired babies are cranky, fussy, and very, very hard to get down, and it just makes their sleep worse. So, here's what you should try instead. You should learn more about your baby's wake windows, also called as age appropriate wake windows. So, for example, a 2-month-old should not be awake for more than an hour to 90 minutes. Now, there are certain sleep cues that you can see in your baby. For example, they will start yawning, they'll start rubbing their eyes, they'll start fussing a little. That's when you know that it's time to get them to bed. Mistake number 3 would be inconsistent bedtimes. So imagine this, like one day your baby is going to sleep at 7:30. The other day you're making them sleep at 8:30. And the third day you're making them sleep at 10. Now, this kind of messes with their brains and their internal clocks. Like I told you, babies thrive on rhythm and predictability. So, what you can do instead is set a consistent bedtime. It can be within a half an hour range or even a 1 hour range, but stick to it so that babies know that, okay, now this is a wind down routine that I am being a part of, and now it's time to go to sleep. Even if your day naps are totally off schedule, which happens a lot of times, stick to the bedtime routine and make sure that you start the wind down routine on time or at least at the same time every day. Mistake number 4 would be missing your baby's sleep cues completely or even a little bit here and there. Now, sometimes what happens is your baby is crying and you're trying to figure out why are they crying. Maybe they're hungry or they're just bored or they're just overstimulated. But actually, they may be tired and in need of a nap. Here's what you should do instead. Look out for signs of overtiredness. They can be majorly when they're crying. You will notice them yawning, rubbing their eyes, arching their back, and fussing a lot. These are signs that you need to make your baby go to sleep immediately. But every cry does not mean that it's time for your baby to take a nap. So the best thing is to get a sense of your baby's patterns and tune into their signs and cues. Mistake number 5 would be expecting perfect sleep too soon. Now, this is more of a mindset thing, honestly, where you believe or expect that your baby is going to sleep through the night at the tiny age of 3 months. Now, guys, as a mom to a 20-month-old child, I'm so sorry to break the bubble, but my daughter still doesn't sleep through the night. And I'm not scaring you, but I'm just spitting facts out here, honestly. Because they are going through something or the other at every age. They're going through regressions, teething, growth spurts, and sometimes they're overlapping. And sometimes it's just that they don't want to sleep in the night. So here's what you can do instead. Just focus on the routine that they're having. Make sure that their bedtime is calm and predictable, and respond with love. That's always enough. And don't worry, you're not doing anything wrong, and your baby is not broken. They're just tiny beings learning how to go to sleep. So if you're in the thick of sleepless nights, don't worry, it does get better. And the best part is that babies are forgiving that way, and every day is a fresh day with them. If this video helped, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more real parent content. Don't forget to drop down your comments and let me know what are the struggles that you have been facing lately. I'd love to help if I can. Until then, stay strong. You've got this.